ReiPro or Propstream? Which is better for your real estate needs? What's up YouTube, Biz Matthew here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we have another real estate software comparison video comparing the go-to granddaddy of real estate software investing, especially for wholesalers, Propstream, that you hear a lot of YouTubers and people on Instagram talk about. Their whole host of capabilities and features that Propstream have. And then we have other options like ReiPro. Recently, I made a video about ReiPro. I went over the interface, just showed you all, just toured with you all the whole platform and the software. I really like how easy it is to use and how beginner friendly it is, especially for wholesalers where they have a step-by-step guide. They provide contracts for you all and just makes it super easy for you all to learn the whole process. Now, with software companies, they may have different strategic efforts. They may lean towards more flippers, or they may lean towards more wholesalers or rental property investors or real estate agents. And so I just like to show you all different options that fits your need in your real estate investing journey, because on this channel, I just like to show these options. And so down below, there are free trial links for both platforms, for Propstream and for ReiPro. If you all choose to go forward with one or the other, I would really appreciate it if you use my links down below. It helps me support this channel, just make some awesome content for you all. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you all, and we're going to pull the same list from both sites, like what type of results come in. We're going to compare the different features, the price, and which one is better for maybe wholesaling or flipping, and just my overall opinion on the two platforms and how they compare to each other. Let me know down below which one you like better, which one would you all go if you're a beginner in the real estate game, or maybe you're more mature. Which one would that decision change, right? So let me know down below. So let's head right into the computer. All right, everyone, we're on Propstream currently. You all are familiar with this interface and everything like that and all the data. And so I just typed in to the search box Davidson County, Tennessee. It pulled up 270,000 properties, right? And so on this comparison video, we're just going to compare absentee vacant properties, at least 50% equity. Also, it's an individual owned property, not by a corporation or anything like that. I put in the county. Simple, it shows how many houses are here, and so that's great. So let's just pull that into ReiPro. So I'm in ReiPro under Lead Pro tab, and then from here I can type in the same county. I'm just gonna go search. Oh, I have to search a lead type first before I can see what comes in. So let's just start with absentee owners. So there's 42,000 on here. So let's say I go here and I put absentee. So all I have to do is like, this is non-owner occupied. Davidson County on Propstream has 110 and ReiPro have 42. But let's see what filters they put on. All right. Okay, so they didn't include commercial and stuff like that. Propstream probably has some of those. So let's just drill into, so I said I wanted it to be absentee owners. I wanted it to be vacant properties. So we're going to click vacant properties. And then let's just stick to single family properties for this. So I'm going to uncheck all of this. And then from here, I'm going to put potential equity at least 50%. Right? I think if I click high equity, it automatically puts it to the 50%. So I could have done that. See, because if I put 50 right here, it brings it down to 602. And then individually owned, that's what we want, 431 leads. So we have 431 properties that fit this criteria. Let's see how much Propstream shows up with. So we're going to do vacant properties, property characteristics. We're just going to do single family, residential. Okay, we're going down, and then we're going to do ownership information. Let's go down here. And then we're going to do only individually owned. And then we're going to do equity at least 50%. Yeah, so this is very similar to the amount that ReiPro. I think another thing I would do, minimum year ownership, I want them to own the property for at least 4 years. 234. Let's see if we can do that here. Minimum ownership. Okay, last year sold more than 4 years. Okay, so you can do that here. On ReiPro, we have 330 properties. On Propstream, we have 234. 4 years of ownership, single family properties only, and everything like that. So very similar results. ReiPro seems like they have 100 more, but overall, when you were just reading absentee list, it seemed like Propstream had more. That was just comparing one list of people and groups. Now, what I want to do is just dive into exactly what type of data each platform provides for a specific property. And I'm going to have to blur property owners' names, their personal information like that, because YouTube is really on top of that now. Let's just click this property right here. So right here we have owner's name, we have just the tax information, estimated value, potential equity in this property, the rent estimate, last sale date. What else do we have? The square footage. Okay, we have tax information, mortgage information. So they have information about the mortgage. So back in 2006, there was a mortgage on this property. They have history of the grantor, the grantee, just transferring things. And then they have this Google map thing that you can actually look at the property from out here, which is interesting. Okay, cool. Let's go to Propstream now. And let's click on one of the properties. Right here, you have property details, you have the square footage, you have the ownership information, you have HOA information, you have sell date information, how much the loan was for, you know, the interest rate and everything like that. You have MLS details. Well, this is on the market currently. So, and then they have comparables, of course. You know, this is really great for you comparing, looking at other properties around the area. They have tax information. They have if this property owner has any other linked properties to this one, and there seems like there's one other property linked. And then mortgage and transaction history, and they have everything up here about the property. And so let me know down below, which property detail interface do you all prefer better? I think Propstream has more information about a property than ReiPro. You know, they're very similar. Like the information you need, ReiPro has it, right? Like equity information, property owner's name, and other things like that. The other thing I want to do is just highlight something from ReiPro. So let's say we go to, for example, properties. So if I look at my property list, I can click on one of them, and then they have menu tools right here, and they have information about the property. And this is what I was talking about. They have this like step-by-step thing on ReiPro that I really like, that I think a lot of beginners will enjoy. So let's say you're trying to specifically wholesale or do a flip. So they have, okay, this is the property information, seller contacts information, so you can contact them, property inspection, so you can record what is needed to be done, seller offers, seller contracts, marketing to buyers is the next thing, buyer contracts, and then they have information about like maybe you need to find a title company around the area, and they give you all attorneys around the area and stuff like that. This is really great. And then payday and everything like that, so you can upload your check, share your story, and other things like that. This is what I really like. That's not necessarily on Propstream. Propstream just gives you the raw data. Like if you look at your property list or over here, you click on a property and it's the same thing that came up, right? I don't know if they have a step-by-step type of thing like ReiPro. They have Deal Pro right here. For example, I know they have something too where you can start a new analysis. You can just type in a property. Let's say we type in right here, 104 La Porte Drive. 104. It's just a random thing. Let me just go to this one. Start analysis. And then from here, Deal Pro, they have this right here. So let's say you want to wholesale this property, purchase, lease options, seller finance, right? That's your buying strategy. Let's say you want to sell and flip it, right? You want to purchase it and then you want to sell and flip it. So they go through and they analyze and they create a whole like platform for you to do that. This is something that I really like on ReiPro. This is an option on ReiPro that you can get into. Now let's talk about pricing. Now in my last video, I spoke about pricing. All right, so pricing is a very interesting topic because on my last video, we talked about ReiPro and their different tiers they offer. I think they start at around $97 and that gives you 2,500 contacts that you can export and that you can pull. On Propstream, with my link down below, you get that same price at $97 a month, but you get 10,000 records. Propstream also have other tiers for business plans. Same with ReiPro. If you want that 10,000 contacts, you're going to have to pay, I believe it was around $129 a month for that. You see the pricing structure with that. Let me know down below. I just want to show you all pulling the list, how they differ, to show you all some features that ReiPro has. I already showed a lot of features that Propstream has, you know, the skip tracing, the mailers, which ReiPro has also, and other thing, cleaning up your list, updating your list. ReiPro has that too, other things like that. Let me know down below. For me, I'm just used to Propstream. I like Propstream, and I feel like their data is one of the best quality data still to this day, and they're just quick with their information. I think because when they're at that high level of caliber that Propstream has, and, you know, they were bought recently by a big time company, and so they have more access to certain information. And so with that, you know, for me personally, Propstream works fine, but ReiPro is no slouch, and I love their like how you can just save a property, save like a contract, and go back to it later. You can do the deal pro analysis. I wanted to flip this property instead of wholesale it. Okay, these are the steps that you need to do. I just like that, and I think that's great for beginners. So let me know down below if you all are interested. Check the links down below. If you all enjoyed this video, talk to you all later.